Welcome to the master, guys. We are back again for the very second reaction video of this Mystelics reaction, guys. The first one or the previous one will be in the first comment in the comment box below right there, guys. So with that said, guys, big up the Mystelics YouTube family for definitely tuning into another reaction video. Mystelics family, please give this video a thumbs up. I would appreciate that right there. Then all the Mystelics family, you know all yourself already. All yourself already, brothers and sisters. Give this video a thumbs up. I would appreciate that. Click the thumbs up button right there, the like button. It used to be called the like button before. Now it's a thumbs up button. So thumbs up this video. That'll help the algorithm of YouTube to push these videos further and further right there. And of course, big up the newcomers out there. Big up all yourself as well for definitely dropping by and saying hello, Mystelics. What is the word with you? Oh, well, I am fine, brothers and sisters. I'm fine. But I am quite disturbed about certain things that are taking place. And of course, we're going to be talking about that here on this here reaction video, guys. This is where I get my views on a number of things pretty much pertaining to that of the Caribbean people. Of course, relating that to Dominica. And of course, seeing how we can improve. Maybe if there's that such a thing as improving when it comes down to the nature of the Caribbean. I think when it comes down to improving, we have to then change the very what? Mr. Scarrow. I think so. That is the best way forward. And of course, we'll reason to the fact, guys. Let me know your thoughts in this regard. Leave your thoughts in the comment box below, guys. And don't forget to check out the previous reaction video I did today in the first comment in the comment box below. Let me know your thoughts, guys. Let me know your thoughts. But there's something very interesting. This is one of the individuals or philosophers that I tend to listen to. And I want you guys to pay attention to what he has to say right there. I will play it again, just in case you miss it. Run it for me, please.
For 10 years, if you didn't avoid doing what you knew you needed to do, what would you be like?
And we're down.
Let me play it again, like I said it before, guys. Listen to this properly.
For 10 years, if you didn't avoid...
If you for 10 years didn't avoid doing the very things that you knew that you should do. In other words, 10 years ago, if you decided to forgo not doing what you should have done and decided to do what you should have done, where would you be 10 years later? I posted this on my WhatsApp for the individuals who have my WhatsApp and stuff. I posted this and I indicated that 10 years ago when I started this very thing that we are on right now, not 10 years, about 12 years ago, when I started BrBpTV, Be Real, Be Positive, I remember being on a mic and asking myself on top the apartment buildings that I was with my partner Anderson. He was there recording me and I had this studio mic in front of me. And I'm thinking to myself, where on earth would I be? Where on earth would I be 10 years later? What on earth will I be doing? Where is this thing going to ever take me? Brothers and sisters, I've been in front of billionaires. I've been in front of millionaires. I've been in some of the richest places in the world. I've been in front of the richest set of vibes, blessed with opportunities and blessed with a number of things where I became an international journalist and all those sorts of regional, local, and I remember just being in the microphone and I was scared. I remember being scared because I didn't know what to say. No, I just bludgeon, black is white. Sometimes I even have to stop myself from bludgeoning because I remember being on the stage on top the building with a mic in my hand, literally wondering, where on earth will this thing take me? I have been invited by the United States. President of the United States, Obama, brought to the United States by him. Invited by YouTube to Silicon Valley, the YouTube Black, and a number of things, brothers and sisters, because I decided to not avoid doing the very thing that I was fearful of. Look at me on YouTube. Thousands of people watch me worldwide. Let me play this again because you don't understand what I tell you there.
For 10 years, if you didn't avoid doing what you knew you needed to do, what would you be like?
And we're down.
What would Dominica be like? Is what I'm pointing to right there. For 10 years, if the people realize that, hey guys, we're not going anywhere in Dominica. We've given Scarrett a number of chances and he has failed Dominica constantly. I remember there's a song going on by Asa Banton. Something about, I'm not leaving what I have, what I not yet see. But if what you have isn't doing well for you, you should leave it. But what is people are saying, so you mean to tell me things are bad? No, what if we let somebody else come in and make it worse? How do you know it's going to be worse? That is all I cannot understand from people. How on earth do you know it's going to be worse? What if when you change that things become better? What if, because you know the present situation that Dominica is in I tell you, Father, Dominica is in a situation right now, man, where people seeing what is going on. Everything I was saying back then is coming to light right now. Every single thing I stated, even coming from the very Prime Minister, when I said that the Prime Minister is going to make himself a king, and I listened to the father comparing the man to King David. When I watch the man doing the campaigns, and when he reach inside, the people on stage have to stop talk. Let him come and do his fist pumping thing, and then when he finish, do his whatnot and waving and smiling and doing some kind of weird dances. Then the people have to come back and talk as he is the king of the country. I studied all this, what is happening. But then some people will think it's me to blame, guys. When I not me to blame. Some people think it's for my benefit that they oh Lord, where would Dominica be? Look at what is taking place in St. Lucia, the sister islands, brothers and sisters. This is St. Lucia right there. This is some mama guap kind of boat you seen. They didn't take out any fees on it like that. Not like this is luxury private boats. But they have tourism. Dominica boats now, no? Guys, Dominica boats now? Any boats in Dominica right now? I don't know. Let me know. This is St. Kitts, brothers and sisters, today. This is today. By the way, guys, in case you don't know, I used to live somewhere on top of the mountain there with some of the other media folks. I'm thinking. But anyways, guys, this is St. Lucia right there. You know what is happening in Dominica? We don't have boats. Traffic, we have boats. No? We have boats. Maybe not. Okay, forget about that. Mystelics, what I say now? Nonsense I saying. St. Kitts and Nevis, brothers and sisters. You know what is happening in St. Kitts and Nevis? This. St. Kitts and Nevis. You know, guys, I don't know if you guys remember my video when I was talking about American Airlines will cease its operation. I thought it was going to stop. But it's based off seasons, brothers and sisters. American Airlines has ceased operating. This is why if you have to fly to Dominica right now, you have to either go from wherever you're going to Miami, Puerto Rico, Dominica. You have to land in Puerto Rico. It's not Miami straight to Dominica again until the season starts picking up. Why do you think this is? I literally asked the individual who told me that at the airport, and he stated because there's less people coming into Dominica. However, in St. Kitts and Nevis, you know what they're doing in St. Kitts? You don't know what they're doing? All right. Well, let me show you what they're doing, brothers and sisters. News. American Airlines just added more daily non-stop flights to St. Kitts. December 28th, Bastia, St. Kitts, in a significant boost for the island of St. Kitts. American Airlines has launched second daily, not one daily travel like Dominica, you know, but 2 daily travels from Miami to St. Kitts. Dominica has 1. And Dominica own has ceased until most likely around summertime. It's going to start back. They have put 2. This is the same Caribbean we're talking about, you know, guys. 2. St. Kitts and Nevis are launching the second daily flights, to which is going to improve. More people will be flying to St. Kitts, and there's a reason why they're flying to St. Kitts, because St. Kitts is a forward progressive place. Number of persons get to relax there, they get to do all kind of stuff. I was there. There's a lot of opportunities there for them to do things. Anyways, like I said before, in a significant boost for the island of St. Kitts and Nevis, American Airlines has launched second daily non-stop flight to the island from Miami. The new service, which kicked off this week. Remember, this is December 20th. Eh? We are in January the 3rd. Dominica has ceased. St. Kitts getting 2 flights per day. New service, which kicked off this week, will be operating for the season. It means a wave of new seats for a destination as it enters the peak winter tourism season. St. Kitts has been one of the busiest destinations in the Caribbean in the last year, with new hotels coming, resurgent tourism numbers, and a brand new tourism identity that launched earlier this year. Didn't Dominica launch one? Didn't Dominica launch a new identity with the very American Airlines themselves? No, American Airlines is ceasing operation as a result of non-stop flights from Miami to Dominica. Not ceasing, but postponing, I would have to say. Postponing it until maybe like summertime or closer to summertime when it picks up again. This is what the people told me right there. American now has 2 flights each day from Miami International Airport to St. Kitts. Robert L. Bradshaw International Airport. Just like I mentioned some time back, guys, even mentioning the very thing about the CBI program, Dominica has gotten quite a number of money, even to the point where we know about 4.2 or 4.3 billion, that's not million, you know, $1 billion is missing out of the consolidated fund in Dominica as a result of the sale of Dominica diplomatic, well, not diplomatic, there's that. Al Jazeera was talking about the whole thing, but we're talking about the normal passports, brothers and sisters. We're not even talking about selling diplomatic passports of what they did to most likely Ali Reza Montferred and Alice, where's Alison Maduke, all these people there who acquired Dominica passports. Hush, hush money to become Dominican ambassadors. Ask us what our ambassadors was doing. Absolutely nothing. Our ambassadors that acquired our passport, what were they doing? Nothing. I mean, when they, I think of Vince Henderson. Vince Henderson was an ambassador, and asking the folks who were with him in Washington, D.C., what did Vince do? Absolutely nothing. Vince entered one meeting during the one or two maybe max meetings, and he came on from my understanding of what I was being told. One or two, maybe I think it's one. If I understood correctly, one meeting that he attended. One meeting he attended when the other Dominicans were there trying to do something for Hurricane Maria. One meeting he's alleged to have attended. Interesting stuff right there. But look at St. Kitts. St. Kitts giving Dominicans part of the CBI programs because they're residents. I remember when I went to St. Kitts, brothers and sisters, and Dominicans meeting me there and tell me all kind of things. They elevating all the mind frame is, they pay off all the bills. There's one particular, there's one particular situation I must remember, guys, of a lady who owed a lot of money in Dominica. She used to work Ross. She owed a lot of money in Dominica. She left Dominica, trying to sell little things here and there. Left Dominica, went overseas to St. Kitts. Not even overseas, that is overseas. When St. Kitts, the lady clear off all her debts. All. I spoke to the lady told me she doing 2 jobs, and not because she does have extra time. She making a lot of money in her first job. She has extra time to do a second job. And she wants to do it because she making double, she making a lot of money in St. Kitts and Nevis, yet still they giving Dominicans apartments. While the Prime Minister himself is building, Prime Minister building his allegedly third mansion. He have one in Vegas, then they say 1 billion Melissa Fatherland that was transferred to them, and they depreciate the amount of what blah 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 kind of thing they were saying, and they build that house, and apparently security is renting that house for $64,000. That is boy, that is something else. See? To be renting your own house to Dominicans and they paying you $64,000, that would be something special. That would be something special. Not that. Just near it, they clear the farmlands that Scary was so boosting about. Clear the farmlands for them to build a bigger mansion than what was previously there. But hey, who am I to say? Who am I now? I know. I don't know nothing. So they building mansions and they giving you an apartment that you cannot even own or pass on to your family members. And you're hey, labor. All right then. Continue, Baba. We're moving on, guys. So this is St. Kitts. What about Barbados, no? Barbados. Remember I talk about Barbados and the gas prices. This was sent to me recently, brothers and sisters. This was sent to me recently. Consumers will be paying less for some petroleum products effective midnight, Sunday, January 1st. The price of gasoline will decrease by 39 cents and will be sold at $3.90 per liter, while the price of diesel will be $3.54, a reduction of 49 cents. The cost of kerosene will be a drop of 30 cents. I will be sold at $1.90. The adjustment price of the LPG 100 blah 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 will be $1.64. You get to blah blah blah. Okay, you read in, brothers and sisters. Decreasing. You know what they do, Dominica? Dominica is now complaining about gas shortages. And then there's the Minister of Trade or whatever he's called, Vince Henderson, coming and lie to the people. Lie to the people as if the people doesn't see what is going on. They're not feeling affected by it. You think coming on the radio and talking, there's a number of things that I saw, you know. There's a number of things that I saw. Let me see if I can get them. Okay, we'll start with this one, including that is relating to Vince. Is Dominica still dynamic? Is Rosso still the most prodigious city in the world. That's what the guy was saying. Prodigious, whatever he was saying, prodigious. Prodigious. Hey. Anyways, that person said he just asking. Boy, Mr. cannot be a man. Only a snake, they're referring to Vince. Boy, Mr. cannot be a man. Only a snake can twist themselves like that and speak with a two-sided tongue. Convince me. I like that. Nice play of words right there. Vince is a con. Convince me, please. Another person is saying, pure foolery, Vince talking on Q95, man. Man, don't embarrass yourself. I just turned off my fooling radio. Vince is lying. Well, they like to lie. I mean, it's not a new thing that they're doing. They just like to lie because lying is part of their team. When they come in and lie to the people. Or they come in and play as if they so care. When Reggie come in and say, oh, you know what, guys, I don't care about the $500 million. No? And what burning me more is the people themselves clapping it. The people clapping. You don't think something wrong with human beings? Something is definitely wrong. And I noticed this around the world. I noticed this in the United States. Thank God there are still some level people in the United States that are keeping the pressure on. But I notice when you ask yourself, what is a woman? And people don't know what is a woman. And then the Eastern world watching the Western world, I think they're foolish. That is another story right there. Anyways, that person is taking nonsense. Vince is talking on Q95. And apparently Vince is embarrassing himself. So that individual checking out, well, there's too much pressure. He turned off his radio. Because Vince is lying. He isn't answering any questions. But of course, you know, they try to always put a little spin on things. Vince just seems to be turning things around. But then another person stated, laugh my butt off. Let's just say that. Vince just ate his whole foot on Q95. Wow, yo. I feel Vince is a Guyanese. I think so too. But don't put the pressure on Guyanese because Guyanese is going to be one of the fastest growing economies by 2030. It's literally, you know. Then Guyana is trying to link up with some other places in Africa for them to link together, for them to do vibes. What is Dominica doing? I remember in Guyana itself when the Prime Minister went down to Guyana, scared them, went to Guyana for some agricultural summit thing. Had people come in and talk, bringing agricultural people from UWP on down there with him for them to talk. Ask us, where's agriculture today now? You know who took the bait in Guyana? Mayor Motley. Boy. Are you good? Are you great? Vince just eat his whole food. Moving along, a set of arrogant people in that government. How much time Vince called Matt and all people foolish and nonsense questions, etc. Vince just apologized to the people and end of story. Vince want to pretend like the people don't know what is going on. They will come on radio and you will think because they come on radio. But the funny thing is, some people will literally listen to them even though they see what objective reality is. People seeing objective reality and they will tell you no, it's not true because that is what they say on the radio. When did people lose their ability to use the common sense? When? I think it starts in school because back in the day they used to teach us to use our common sense, to use our senses. Common sense, seeing, smelling, tasting, use your mind. Some people think the mind is not part of the sense. The mind is a sense as well. It is thinking. Your nose is there to smell. Your mouth is there to taste, to speak. Your skin is there to feel. The mind is there to think. That's part of the senses, brothers and sisters. But of course, I guess they don't teach that in school, so it doesn't exist. But I know that. Mystelics, what you know now, Mystelics? I don't know nothing now. Vince just apologized until we end the story. He wouldn't want to apologize because that means he is going back on his words. Moving on, are you of strong mind? That's another question that I always tend to ask when I see people and I talk to laborites and they agree with me. Kind of like women, when they tell you they agree with you, know, but they're going back into their feelings, even though what their feelings is not based on any type of logic. They go down the feelings. Obviously, men and women are different, and we know why feelings are necessary. You know, certain things can guide you by your feelings. True. But when it comes down to logical reality and they're saying something completely contrary to logic reality, I mean, we have to ask ourselves a question. This is labor rights right there. Labor seen they've seen the brokenness. They've seen the brokenness, but they have realized that things are not going forward in the country, so they're looking for themselves. Not realizing that even if you look for yourself, you are still in the very same country that is keeping you and your future generations down. While they are building big buildings for themselves, getting $250,000 vehicles, you cannot barely afford a $5,000 vehicle. That is something else. Man, afraid they can't even afford tire. I tell you the other day, paying boss is a luxury in Dominica. Paying boss is a luxury in Dominica, don't we? Yes, Lord. But of course, I'm reminded by this thing right there. Other countries, Dominica and Tobago, so we have plenty green. Oh, you don't have much, but they have all these things under the belt. Even St. Vincent and the Grenadines, we doing better than us in agriculture. St. Vincent, we. St. Vincent, even in the middle of the Caribbean, you have the ample advantage of being in the middle of the Caribbean. To dish up and down, we're not doing that. But of course, Skerritt's agenda, you own nothing, you will have to be loyal to him. They will give you a house because they know that you cannot build your house because they are the ones killing the economy. So you will not be able to build your house for yourself. So you have to depend on them. That is what is happening. And Skerritt literally came and said on stage that the DLP government is lining or has aligned itself to the New World Order, which is, of course, you will own nothing, you will have no privacy, and you will be happy. That is the lazy mentality of people. Here I don't work. Skerritt themselves making noise with his followers for being lazy, telling them they don't want to work. This is why they stopped the financial thing, but this one, they decided to distribute it all. But let me leave that alone, Egasa. Let me leave that alone. I more think this is not what Dominica looks like. I more think this is an accurate picture of Dominica. This is an accurate picture because our leaders have staunched the growth of our growth engines. How then are we expected to grow like this, huh? How can we grow like this? We are staunched. We are not purifying. We're not watering. We're not fertilizing our growth engines, and we expect to have something. Really? I think American Airlines has cut out its straight flights because of what is taking place. And another thing a number of persons don't know. I don't know if this is 100% true, but it makes sense. I used to ask myself a question. How is American Airlines making all this money out of Dominica when they have to literally fly back? When there's heavy rainfall or they cannot land in a certain way and whatnot, they have to fly to Antigua or fly to I think they landed in once or twice, or they have to fly back to Miami or fly to Puerto Rico and wait for this storm to come. I think it was indicated to me that the government is subsidizing this. When American Airlines go there, stay in hush hush. So a lot of the monies that we are supposed to actually come into the people are going back to American Airlines because of the fault of the very government himself when we're supposed to have an international airport since 2000. Well, let me not go that far. Since about 2003, 2004, Dominica would have an international airport because already those things, the plot was in the works by the United Workers Party. That is a fact. I don't care if you don't believe me, that is a fact. Also, like the stadium, we have an outdoor stadium. We hardly using it for sports. I see they tried to do boxing there. That was a flop. Melissa said, I don't know who is the promoter. But that who is the promoter for this thing there? That was a flop. People don't take any money. All you give them to go and watch boxing. It's the economy hard. Or you create the economy, bringing people down, and that's an embarrassment. Anyways, let me continue. Each time I want to fight for Africans, and I don't think that's an African thing. I think that is a mentality thing because there are a lot of Africans who are actually progressing and bringing others up. I know I'm part of that sphere. Even my own people who want to bring me up, I went and I left, and other people helped elevate me. And then I tried to bring other people who have not elevated me to a standing. The reason why I'm here today is not because of people in Dominica, It's because other people saw my talents and brought me to a level of platform, and I took advantage of these opportunities. You think it's Dominica that brought me to YouTube? But I'm still trying my best to bring other people up because I'm surrounded by a lot of positive people who are elevating themselves and pushing themselves and say, hey, try this, try that. Or you want to join this, you want to join that, how much can you put there, blah, blah, blah. These things, all these things. I would have never, oh my goodness gracious. Boy, let me continue. Each time I want to fight for Africans' rights, I use only one hand, because the other hand is busy trying to keep away Africans who are fighting me, just like Dominicans fighting themselves. And ample evidence of this is when the bus drivers were fighting for the bus drivers to get some sort of help from the government, and other bus drivers were fighting these bus drivers. Boy, look, other bus drivers were fighting these bus drivers. And when the government finally decided to give the bus drivers help, the very bus drivers who were fighting the bus drivers, protesting to get some sort of assistance, they were first in line. So that is very true right there. It is right in Dominica's backyard. Don't forget the backyard. Front yard. It's not on the east side, we're on the west side. Front yard. Brothers and sisters, each time I want to fight for Africans, each time I want to fight for Dominicans' rights, I use only one hand, because the other hand is being busy trying to keep away Dominicans who are fighting me. It is said Dominicans are not hungry yet, or they are not hungry enough yet. They're hungry enough, they're bellying, but you know what the government give them? Like I said before, they call that the breadcrumb mentality, where I give you something, I give you a little thing, not for you to pass away, but not for you to gain too much energy. I give you just enough, so you'll be surviving. And Dominicans are living on a survival mode, barely surviving right there. Remember when they will pull up in Western Union? Western Union trying to get monies from their families from overseas, because they were not able to get there as a result of the very gas situation, which the government themselves had a hand in. And now the government, I'm talking about that same situation. The government is bringing in gas into the country that is not, even Ruby's made that statement, the quality of gas is not good, where people now have to use gas treatment to put in their gas when they go for gas. And not only that, I remember reading this stuff of Barbados decreasing, or gas prices went up. And we are now getting lower quality gas. It go up, you know, they make some cock and bull story telling us about the who and this and it's us alone that affected. St. Martin went down, St. Kitts went down, Barbados went down, Dominica alone that went up. Boy, you don't know why this is happening. This is happening because the government isn't generating money again. Well, from my own point of view, that is. The government isn't generating money, so it's putting it on the people. This is why VAT never disappeared. VAT was supposed to be there for a few months. VAT is there for over 10 years. Anyways, let's continue.
Really and truly now, I like to say now, we see all the labor rights in Dominica, all the labor rights are the wicked.
Yes, they are.
Wicked people, labor
wicked set of zombie people.
rights.
Not all of them, you know. Some of them actually benefiting. But when you're not even benefiting and you're still supporting, hoping, I tell you, go right.
Or you can think what all you want, or you can check me all you want, or the wicked, or the labor rights, or the wicked people. You know why, Timal? We raise up in Dominica knowing that elders, grandmothers, mothers, elders used to teach us.
But they don't listen to the elders again. That is the problem. They're listening to their greedy self, and they listen to the very people that are keeping them oppressed. Harriet Tubman said, I freed hundreds of slaves and could have freed thousands more if only they knew that they were slaves.
Freeness is what?
Warriness. Well, we want the free. We want the free rum. We want the free party. We want the free biscuit. We want the free housing. We want free. As if freedom doesn't go free. Freeness doesn't come with a price. It does.
Freeness is warriness, and listen to me carefully, you know, Timal.
Because I remember, before he continues, I remember the very statement right there where the Prime Minister was giving people houses and then put in a letter, said the Lord gave and he taketh away. What are doing in the letter? The Lord gave and he taketh away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. You writing that in the letter after giving people houses. So you're giving people free houses, and then you write in them, the Lord gave and the Lord taketh away, making yourself the Lord himself. Because if the people decide to talk, they have to stay quiet. Let us give a set of them houses So they know if they talk, I will kick them out of the house. Freeness is worriness. Sometimes you can't even talk. For your own freedom.
Freeness is what? Worriness. Freeness is worriness. And, listen to me carefully.
I listen in.
Not only freeness is worriness.
What else?
Beggars are
And
not
not choosers. Take what you get. Not what you want. If you are independent in yourself, to go and find work for yourself, for you to be able to get whatever you want to get. No. Just like how the whole new world thing is. They will tell you what you can take, how much you can take. If you are traveling, you cannot travel too much. You can travel once or twice in the year and that's it. Just like when people are working. You have 14 days and come back. If you don't come back, you will lose your job. But that's a whole set of thing right there. People all you.
Timal, begging for gas. Beg while you begging for gas.
And they're listening to Vince Henderson. Vince Henderson was the pal rep of St. Joey. Did absolutely nothing there. He was the ambassador. Did absolutely nothing there. He in Granby after the by-election. He did absolutely nothing there. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't know. I haven't heard anything, brothers and sisters. Did he do something in Granby? He's coming now as Minister of Trade and trying to make the people believe as if they're not seeing what is going on, making lies. Boy, are you agree?
You don't paying for gas? Or you begging Digicel for nothing? You paying Digicel? You're not paying Flow? Timal, or you can be paying, huh? You don't see that these wicked and sick people, you paying for your services. And
But they want free gas.
Mad bad services. And you still happily laughing, voting the government. If it's me you give a job to do for you at your home and I'm not doing it good, what you gonna do to me? Fire me.
Yep. But they're doing the job for you, but they're bringing a little sweetie for you to eat. You checking what? I get a free sweetie from you? Well, thank you so much. You paying them big money, you know. Ha! Look at example there. You pay them and big money to do job for you in your house. He not doing the job properly, but he bringing you a little sweetie here. You paying me every month. He wasting time. He doing all kind of foolishness. Probably even messing with your wife. In your house.
All the wicked, all the LABOURITES, so make sure stay wicked. And all the still voting the government, make sure stay wicked people.
They are. How can you know what to do better and not do it? And then talking about, I not living what I have, what I not yet see. Well, stay there. Stay eating the breadcrumbs. And when people trying their best to elevate, that is why people don't elevate, you know. Because then people getting jealous. Because they refuse to allow themselves to move up. When people grinding hard. I grind for 13 years. Or you see me there now. 13 years. Or many emasculated by scared. The anger and frustration towards all women. The weaker of the two. Oh, Marco. Suggest we take aim at the true oppressor. At the true oppressor. Well, yeah. But instead they making only fight with each other. Blue versus red. This is why I tell people I'm not blue or red. I'm a classic liberal and the pride of the people. When you see the people not doing well, guess what? Whoever is leading them need to change. And the government need to get out of the people's business. That's what I believe. But if the government is micromanaging every single thing and the people are allowing that to happen, what do you expect to happen? What? When man now have to go and beg another man to help him meet his basic needs. And that man has to then bow down to that man. Even though he who is bowing down to the oppressor is king over that man. The king is bowing down to the servant. Giving the servant money and bowing down to the servant. When the righteous are in authority, then the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. Guys, this is pretty much all it was for this year reaction video. Let me know your thoughts, man. I went too high already. I went too far. Let me know your thoughts, guys. Leave your thoughts in the comment box below. And of course, definitely subscribe and turn on post notifications so you can get more videos as they tend to come through. I will see you guys in the next reaction video. Don't forget, guys, give this video a thumbs up. Click the thumbs up button if you understand it. And of course, let me know your thoughts in the comment box below, guys. Boom, bang.